Check it. Hey y'all, what's up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. In this video, we're going to be looking at AMC, GME, SPY. We're also going to be checking out Bitcoin as well. This is your daily update prediction, for the meme stocks, the overall stock market, and the cryptocurrency market. Guys, we got the technical analysis, everything you need to know, news and data sets. So we're going to be dropping all of that in this video. Without wasting any more of your precious time, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on.
Alright guys, what is up? You are back for another video with Data Zero. This video is brought to you by the Data Zero family. Thank you guys for your support. This video is not financial advice and should not be taken as such. Please do your own research and technical analysis before buying any stock or crypto asset. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Now, guys, if you watch my weekly update and prediction, which about 2,000 of you did, you guys will know exactly what's going on. As you guys can see, AMC did get a nice pump to the upside as it broke out of the orange descending sloping resistance. I talked about this pennant over the weekend. I said that if we did break over this pennant and break over the key levels of 950 and use that as support, you're going to see a big pop to the upside, and that's exactly what we got. A 8% day, I believe it was. Let's go ahead and see what it was exactly. Yes, 8.85, so 8.85% day as AMC consolidated throughout the last couple of weeks, getting a break to the upside. So AMC is definitely working its way up towards this gap fill at $11 and $12. I think AMC is actually going to be able to fill this gap possibly even this week. If not this week, it's going to be next week. As the market starts to move down, AMC is going to continually start to move up. You guys can see that AMC has made a bottom in my personal opinion, and this move is just the first of many, which I believe will be working its way back up to fill this gap at $30 to $40. So I do believe AMC will be returning back to these levels in a matter of time. When in doubt, zoom out. You guys can see that the green MACD on the daily is looking good. We are curling up on the weekly, about to get the green MACD cross on the weekly. These are all very, very bullish symbols on the on the macro time frame. So therefore, this is showing us that bullish momentum is trending up, and that we are going to see more upside because the macro is what is in charge. This is what's going to determine the overall move over a general time frame. So again, when in doubt, zoom out. And you can see that AMC is forming a very beautiful bottom right here and is about to push back to the upside in my personal opinion. First target is going to be this gap fill, and I do believe this could even be filled this week, possibly even next week. We're going to be talking about AMC a little bit more, but let's go ahead and hop into SPY. But we are going to be talking about AMC a little bit more. SPY did come back up and retest this line. I do think that, or we did talk about this, that SPY would possibly be doing this, coming back up to retest this line. You can even see in the 2008 fractal that we actually did, when we initially broke down and had the big dip, we had a big V-shaped style recovery all the way back up to the slope or descending resistance. So if that were to play out now, SPY would actually come all the way back up to 435. Now, I don't think that is exactly what's going to be happening. Let's take one step at a time. Weekly MACD is still very, very bearish. Daily MACD is still very, very bearish. But we could have a relief rally because there has been a lot of downside for SPY. And I do think it is about to push back to the upside. Why do I think that? Because on the smaller time frames, you guys can see that we do have this inverse head and shoulders. This inverse head and shoulders is indicative of a move to the upside. Now, SPY does have gap fills that it did make today to the downside, so that's guaranteed downside for SPY. But again, I do think SPY is going to be pushing up. I made this price path here for the next couple of days. Basically, Monday and Tuesday, like I said, probably going to be green days. Maybe even Wednesday and Thursday at this rate. We really want to see what happens. I really want to see how SPY reacts to this key level of 417. That's going to be our next price target for SPY. I do think it is going to be able to come up to 417 and push up to 417. If it does break above 417, it's going to be able to get a nice push to the upside, possibly to 425. But if it cannot break above 417, you're going to see a lot more continued downside. Now, if SPY does get a rally, again, the legs are going to get chopped from underneath it, in my personal opinion, and it will be a rug pull. But there will be a liquidity liquidity grabs on the way down and pumps on the way down. I do believe we are in a massive bear market. I do believe that we are in the complacency stage, and we are about to see a major capitulation to the downside based off the market cycle psychology chart, based off the 2008 fractal, based off the macro bear flag that we are seeing play out. All of these things correlating into a massive market crash that I do believe is starting to play out now, and I am positioned with SQQQ. That way I can make profit on the way down, and I will be calling out the bottom, buying the bottom, and then riding that profit back up. Now, you can see that the macro bear flag is playing out, guys. You can see that this bear flag right here is playing out. We went up and retested it as resistance and got a big move down. Now, there's multiple gap fills to the downside for SPY. There's a gap fill here. There's a gap fill here. So SPY will be resuming back to the downside, but as far as right now, you can see that the daily MACD is starting to curl up. RSI is oversold, so you're going to be seeing a bounce. And again, this bounce could go as high as all the way up to 435, 436. But right now we're looking at 417 and 425 for price targets on this rally, and then we will be going from there, looking at other signs to see when SPY will be topping out. But this is what I'm looking at for SPY. Again, when in doubt, zoom out. I do think we will be continuing to the downside, but not before having a relief rally back to the upside, resetting RSI so that way we can continue back to the downside. And again, this will reset RSI for SQQQ. That way it will continue back to the upside. And again, I do believe we are going to be seeing continued downside for SPY, NASDAQ, and seeing continued upside for SQQQ. I do believe that Bitcoin is going to continue decoupling from the market. Bitcoin is making a bear or a bull flag, and it's working on breaking out of this bull flag, and it looks like it's about to make another move up, possibly past the 35K mark. So I will be watching for that on Bitcoin. I have been accumulating under 30K. I have been saying that Bitcoin is going to make a bull run and make a bull rally into 2024, and that's exactly what is coming to fruition, and the market crash is exactly what's coming to fruition. AMC starting to rally while the market is crashing is exactly what comes to fruition. So that's why you want to press subscribe right now to make sure you're getting all of these keys on a daily basis, to make sure you know what's going on in the market with the meme stocks. Now, also, guys, there are some things that we do want to point out about GameStop and AMC. Again, I do think that there is a little bit more downside for possibly for GameStop. We're going to get into that here in a second. I do want to point out the data sets for you guys, but also make sure that you guys are subscribed with the bell icon on, because people are telling me that they're getting unsubscribed because YouTube does not want you to get this type of information. So make sure you are subscribed and make sure that the bell notification is on, because people are getting the bell notification turned off and people are getting unsubscribed from my channel. So make sure that's not happening to you, and make sure you are subscribed. Now, let's go ahead and show you guys what's going on for the short interest and show you what's going on for the data sets that we just need to pay attention to. We're going to quickly go over. AMC short interest is at 7.79% here, reported by Fintel. If we go ahead and check out what Ortex is telling us, this site tells us what Ortex is telling us. GameStop is at 20.52. Utilization is at 85.30. Cost to borrow is at 2.96. Shares on loans at 72.73 million. Shares, or it's days to cover, 24.36. Now, AMC is going to be 7.80%. Utilization is at 47.70%. Cost to borrow is at 1.79%. Shares on loan, 22.26 million. Days to cover, 1.22. So that is the data sets for AMC. As far as SPY, you have to remember that as far as this month, we do have the Fed interest rate decision. This is going to be on Wednesday, and then we have unemployment. This is going to be on Friday. A lot of data dropping on Wednesday and a lot of data dropping on Friday. I do think this could be potentially the catalyst for more downside. That's why I think we're just going to see something similar to what we've seen in the last week. Upside in the beginning half of the week, and then continue downside in the later half of the week. Now, let's go ahead and pop into the shares, how many shares there are for AMC and GameStop, and show you guys that. And then we will go into the rest of the technicals for AMC. So shares They do have 2.5 million shares right now, 2.5 million shares right now, and there is a decent gamma ramp at that $10 level. So if we can hold that $10 level, you will see a decent push to the upside. If we go ahead and pop into GameStop, you can see they only have 150,000 shares available to borrow for GameStop. So again, this is looking very, very bullish for GameStop to possibly be bottoming around this level. 1250 does seem like it could be potentially the bottom. Probably having another retest in GameStop's future is going to be evident, but right now with this pattern that it's making, if it can break above this yellow sloping resistance, you're gonna see a nice pop to the upside for GameStop. Right now RSI is getting pretty close to oversold, so I don't think that it's gonna go much further down, but you can see that it is not oversold as of yet. So there is going to be a little bit more downside in GameStop future in my personal opinion, but I do think once we retest 1250, maybe even all the way down to 1150, you're going to see a big pop to the upside, especially when it breaks above this yellow sloping resistance marked here, and then especially when it breaks above on the bigger picture this falling wedge marked here, and then even on the bigger picture there's a massive falling wedge with gap fills to the upside, which in the macro time frame, this is what I'm playing. I do think GameStop is nearing the bottom. I'm dollar cost averaging into the trade at these levels. My trades are normally successful, guys, so you will see if this is profitable because I do put my technicals and trades out in the open, and I'm very transparent with that, like the trade with Apple, like the trade with SQQQ. But I am dollar cost averaging into GameStop at these levels because I do believe it is nearing a bottom. It's going to make a V-shaped style recovery. I do believe it's in the last little bit of capitulation where you're going to be seeing it start to droop down and then a big push to the upside. If you look at what GameStop's price action looks like, it looks very similar to this pop to this double bottom here. And then you have a pop to the upside, then you have a slow bleed out, then you hit a lower low. Let's go ahead and just pop into GameStop just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a double bottom right here, 1, 2, then you have that pop to the upside, then you have that slow bleed out to a lower low. There's a lower low than this. That's when you start to get that V-shaped style recovery, which I do believe GameStop is going to be making that V-shaped style recovery. Again, this is based off the psychology chart, based off the falling wedge, based off the technicals, and much, much more. And so far my technicals have been very, very on point, so that's why you want to press subscribe right now to make sure you're getting these keys. And again, if you look at GameStop's price action, very, very similar. Double bottom right here at the anger phase, then you have that slow bleed out to a utter capitulation, then you get that V-shaped style recovery. Look, GameStop double bottom, slow bleed out, V to that slow bleed out, and then I believe we're about to get that V-shaped style recovery. Now, we do have to make sure we get to the bottom of GameStop. You're not going to be able to buy the exact bottom at every single time, but I believe GameStop is making that process right now, and it's going to have an explosive move to the upside, especially when it goes back into the euphoria stages and gets another euphoria rally, which we did see in 2020 back here. So this is what I'm looking at for GameStop. GameStop is in a falling wedge, which is a bullish continuation pattern. Again, I say it all the time, when in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. And you guys can see, falling wedge. And you guys can see that a falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, and this is telling us that we are going to see continued upside for GameStop based off the charts. Again, this just takes time to play out. These things take time because it is a big pattern. You can see that you have a push to the upside. Falling wedges have a higher high. That is the type of pattern. Push to the upside, then you go into your falling wedge, then you make a higher high, push to the upside, falling wedge, and I do believe we're going to make another push to the upside for GameStop. Now let's go ahead and hop into the charts for AMC. We talked about AMC a little bit in the beginning of this video. I do believe AMC is also in the same phase. You guys can see that if you zoom out, you guys can see that we have that kind of bleed out. I do believe that we're forming a bottom now when you have that utter capitulation. This is the utter capitulation stage for GameStop or for AMC right now. Seeing this last final bleed out where you get all of the paper hands out. You get everybody out that is not truly convicted of the play. They all get wiped out. You get all of that liquidity. The market eats that up. And then the people that truly know what's going on, that are able to buy at these low prices, are able to make a profit. And guys, if you are buying down here at this range, you will see that when we fill the gaps, that is over a 450% gain. So me personally, I did buy more AMC and then average down on my original position. That way I can make sure that my original position is lower than this $43 level. Possibly if you can get it lower than the $16 level, that is great. This is not financial advice. This is just what I'm personally doing. But if you can get it lower than that, hey, that's a good. But me personally, I am trying to get my dollar cost average as far down as to that $19 level on my original position. And then I did start a new position with a dollar cost average as low as $7, which is now in profit right now and seeing a very nice return on that investment. And so far, it is so good. And I do believe that AMC is going to be making this bottom and start to push the upside. You guys can see that we're doing exactly what you want to see. Basically, you guys can see that we are making higher highs and higher lows. You guys can see that we have this nice rounded curve right here. And again, higher highs, higher lows. You can see that we made this higher low here from 7, then we made 730, and now we have like a $8, $9 low. Now, you guys can see we also made a rounded curve right here and then a rounded curve right here before another pop to the upside, pennant, and then we had a pop to the upside into a rising wedge. You have a pennant right now, and we're going into a rising wedge. What I think is possibly going to happen is either this is going to form a larger rising wedge, so you basically see a rising wedge form like this throughout the days. It will start to form. Or we're going to see the one that it's in right now, this very small one, play out, and this would cause it to come back down, retesting $9.50 as support, and then seeing a push to the upside. I really need to see pre-market action tomorrow. This is my prediction, though. But I really need to see pre-market action tomorrow to really see what's going on for AMC. If it remains flat, that's going to be good. If we can stay above $10, that's going to be extremely bullish, guys. If we can stay above $10, possibly going to having a 950 retest, 963, and then 978. So look for those supports to hold. We definitely going to be retesting them. If we can hold $10, though, guys, we're going to see this thing absolutely fly. As far as the short term is concerned, like what we could see over the tomorrow. We have a lot of bullish momentum, guys. You can see the alligator is spread far apart here. You guys can see that the MACD is green. Yeah, we have a lot of bullish momentum here even on the smaller time frames, guys. So I'm expecting to probably see another push to the upside, probably retesting 650 or 950, 962 or 978. Once it finds support on one of those levels, it's going to get a bounce to the upside. Basically, what you could see tomorrow morning is it basically be flat pre-market, and then it's going to drop down in the morning. So basically be flat pre-market, then you'll see it drop down in the morning. It's going to find support at one of these levels here, support here, support here, support here. Then once it does, it's going to get a bounce back to the upside and then get a very bullish push. Once it gets the bullish push above $10, that's when we can see things start to move towards that gap fill at $11 to $12. But guys, this is pretty much everything I have for you on AMC, guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. I will be going live. I do apologize. I didn't get the live out today, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that reached out. I really do. People reached out on my email. People reached out on my Instagram. Guys, I really appreciate it because it makes me feel like I'm loved, I'm cared about, and I really appreciate you guys reaching out and just making sure that everything was cool. I just took a personal day-to-day, just chilling, relaxing, getting my mind right, getting my mental right, making sure that we are good to go each and every day. So I will be back to the normal schedule tomorrow, doing the live stream, and everything is all good. But guys, with that being said, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're going to have a rest of your evening. Hopefully you tune in tomorrow for the live stream. Hopefully you have a large turnout tomorrow. I'm hoping we have a big turnout tomorrow because it's been a couple days since I've seen all you guys. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.
Alright, y'all, that was the video. If you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like. Press subscribe for more content like this. Remember, you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. The Discord is $50 for a lifetime invite, $50 for a lifetime invite. I give out buy and sell signals on the Discord, so if you want to get involved, hit me up on my email, DataZeroOfficial5. All of this information is linked down in the description below. I also have a Twitter link down there as well. Instagram, go ahead and follow me. You can reach out there as well. Just hit me up and say, hey, I want to join the Discord. I'm going to send you payment information. Payment is made via PayPal or Cash App. Once you get inside of the Discord, you you'll be able to see the buy and sell signals and participate in the exclusive community. So if you want to get involved, go ahead and hit me up, email link down below. And guys, I appreciate each and every one of you that show your support. We had an amazing week last week. You guys really showed out and showed your support. I truly appreciate it. And as always, y'all, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.